Welcome back to the goddamn locker room. Where this segment, we talk college football.
There we
That's
go.
Right. Call it the trophy game of the week. Tier talk. Ballsy pick.
Yes, sir.
Hey, in that rapid fire where I get fired. And then we talk about that the fan call in. We know they're going to give us something sick. But back to the show, man. You know what time it is. It's the locker room. Let's go.
Trophy games of the week presented by DraftKings. What's better than watching football on the weekend? Watching football on the weekend with the DraftKings Sportsbook app in your hand. Our partners at DraftKings is hooking up all new customers. If you bet $5, you will get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Follow all your favorite Barstool personalities in the Barstool betting group on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Download the app now. New customers, again, use our promo code LOCKER and bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Only at DraftKings. The crown is yours, fellas. Trophy games of the week. I know mine. I'll be talking Oregon, Ohio State. The boys, Bussin With The Boys, will be at Oregon this weekend for that game. We'll be at Rennie's noon.
Rennie's Landing.
At noon, right? Yeah. Rennie's at noon. Rennie's Landing at noon, having some drinks, throwing around some twisted teas. But we'll be there at that chaotic environment. Who wants to start off the trophy game of the week?
Well, let me get one more thing on Oregon real quick. We will be there Friday. And if you're watching the show, please in the comments tell us what haunted house we should go to. We're keeping Spooktober alive. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah. That's all I had.
That's all you got?
That's all I had.
Delanie, trophy game of the week.
Man, this is going to be a tough one, honestly. Real tough one for me to make this decision. We got Ole Miss versus at LSU. LSU lost to USC. Ole Miss lost to Kentucky. I was sitting here talking to these guys while they was bullshitting, and I was trying to figure out who will I pick for this game.
Oh, you didn't have one yet.
What's the point? What's the points on that? What's the spread?
It's -3.5. But it's just
close game.
There's an obvious pick there for me.
Ole Miss.
Yes.
I'm going to Ole Miss.
I got it in my tier talk, so I'm holding my comments.
But to be honest, LSU haven't lost. I think they undefeated at home, so that makes it a tough one for me. So I'm gonna just stick with Ole Miss. Let's do it. Fuck it. Ole Miss. Let's go.
My trophy game of the week is going to take place at the Texas State Fair, and that will be the Red River rivalry between Texas, who is favored by 14 points, against Oklahoma. 14 points. Now, last week we saw something in the air. There were maybe some of the greatest upsets college football has ever seen.
Yes.
And I don't know if Quinn Ewers is playing. There was Texas put on a little something on Instagram kind of alluding to that. Does Manning still take the helm? I'm not sure, but I think Oklahoma is going to cover this. They have a freshman wide receiver, Fondell Bobbin. Kid is incredible. He has done an amazing job. I think he's got like 90 yards per game.
We didn't say nothing, bro.
Oh, okay, sorry. I didn't know if you were going to talk about Fondell Bobbin at all.
Fondell?
I don't know that dude.
I got Oklahoma plus 14.
Damn.
I know, bro.
Fondle these nuts, man.
I knew it was something. I was about to say something about Bob, but I didn't want to be like, damn, is that his real name? Because I was going to be like bobbing his dick. But then I was just like, I didn't know if that was his real name or not, be honest with you. So that's.
I know. You did a good job maneuvering through that.
That
pissed me off.
You like Oklahoma.
I do like Oklahoma. I just think in a rivalry game, I think Texas is the better team inside and out. But we always talk about throwing records out the window when it comes to rivalry games. I think Oklahoma covers. I think Texas still wins.
I like Texas -14. I think they got too much firepower.
Man, that's a lot.
I mean,
well, do you have an opinion on this one?
I do not.
Nah, you just you ready to get to the next one?
No, I like to hear y'all talk about college football because then I get an insight on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
understand it a lot better. Yeah.
You started watching more college football?
Sure.
Who'd you watch last week?
Michigan.
Don't say that. Don't do that.
Michigan, Washington.
No, I watched Tennessee. I always watch Tennessee. That one hurt. That one really hurt.
Yeah, Arkansas.
Yeah. Jack's hurt with that one too.
Yeah, I know he's hurt with that one.
Some people are saying it's because of Jack.
Wow.
Oh, you're doing this now too?
Oh, I'm just saying that's what people are saying. Guy stuck a burrito up his ass. What happened? His team started winning.
Let's go up to Oregon. Ohio State at Oregon. I think the question in this game, can Will Howard operate in that environment? The windows are tighter. Players are faster. The moment's bigger. You can say the exact same for Dillon Gabriel. I think this is a legacy game for Dillon Gabriel. A couple stats for you. Oregon, 6th best pressure rate in the country. This game will be won at the line of scrimmage. Ohio State, they have a couple good running backs. Judkins, is it Judkins?
Quinshon Judkins.
Yeah, Quinshon Judkins and Henderson. They both average over 7 yards per carry. I think this game is going to be won at the line of scrimmage. Some more data points for you guys, for the gambling junkies out there. Oregon is 9-2 against the spread versus top 10 opponents. Ohio State is 1-7 against the spread in their last 8 games as a favorite.
That's a great stat.
I personally think Oregon, the focus, the energy, like they will be charged up, ready for probably their most insane atmosphere that they've hosted there. I'm rolling with the boy Dan Lanning. Give me Oregon.
Them stats don't mean anything, but
Come on, man.
This is coming from the guy that did 9-inch data for 12 weeks.
I mean, I was hitting.
Give me Oregon +3, man. And
College,
also,
though?
we got a guest picker. Wyndham Clark. We have Wyndham Clark here. Wyndham, come up here.
Come on up here.
Former Duck, top 10 golfer in the world.
There he is.
We got a stool for you right now.
We got a stool.
Comfy stool.
Sure, can we get a mic?
No, he gonna do the boom over so he can hear you. Yeah.
Wyndham, how you feeling about your boys, man?
Well, I feel like it's a little disrespectful that we're getting points at home. The Ducks, I was just looking at it. We've allowed 4 touchdowns in the last 3 games, kept the teams under 14 points. Dan has the defense rolling. Little skeptical about Dillon Gabriel, but
Why is that? Do you have a reason why? Or you just
I'm
feel
watching these games and there's a lot of 3-and-outs, and then we get like a big play, and I feel like the offense isn't rolling, and it seems like they're only going for the big plays, but I think he hasn't played his best game yet, and he's kind of getting his feet underneath him. So
I love Dillon
he's
Gabriel legacy game, bro. Like this is it. He's went to how many different schools? Like 5 different schools?
Yeah, I think he's like a 20.
Three different schools? And that's the boy. He's going to be ripping his minivan in on game day. You know he's ready to rock.
He just got married, so that's I
Yeah.
mean, there's a lot of things going on. So I think
How old is
Getting
he?
married in college is crazy.
How old is he?
Third school. I mean, he's probably
30?
21.
God
I'm
damn.
just kidding. He's transferred a few times, so that was
we like those.
yeah, he's probably like
quarterbacks.
23. Yeah,
Bo
yeah.
Nix and
Yeah,
Bo
Bo
Yeah,
Nix.
no
Nix.
doubt.
The old joints.
Dude, everything you have said about Dan Lanning and the guy that he is, their slower start against Idaho and Boise State, it's also a hate thing for me too because they're playing Ohio State, but I think they're gonna win.
I want to get us into the locker room for that pregame speech.
Oh, you have
my
to.
God.
I've been in the
You
locker room
just
one
know,
time.
bro.
It was incredible. It was right after we beat Hawaii last year. I went in there, brought the U.S. Open trophy, and I don't think I was supposed to be in the locker room for this part. But he comes in, and the next week they played Colorado. And remember, everyone is betting Colorado.
You were in there for that speech?
I was in there. He comes in. He goes, "Listen up." He goes, "We had this many penalties and this bullshit," and he's like, he ripped them. We won by 50. I mean, we killed them, but we had all these things. And he goes, "You know what? We got the game next week." And he goes, "I can't wait." He goes, "Prime time, showtime. I don't give a fuck what time it is. It's our fucking time."
Yeah.
And everyone started going, and they started doing this fight song, which I didn't even know they had, but it was like just for the team. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, "Fuck, I want to play." And I got so amped up.
Just sitting there on
Literally,
the
yeah. And I have to. And then he gave this whole speech, and then he comes right up to me, and he's like sweating, and he goes, "Nice to meet you. I'm Dan Lanning." I'm like, "Fuck yeah, you are."
Hell yeah, dude.
I was
I
so
think they're
pumped
gonna
up.
be juice, bro.
God,
they're
they're
gonna be
fucking
juice
going.
this weekend.
He's
Yes.
great in the locker room. He's great.
Man, when he called out Colorado and they play for clicks,
Yeah.
that shit was
Game's gonna be one on the grass, not in Hollywood.
yeah,
Yeah.
dog.
Juice.
Well, it's
the
cool
entire-
because he doesn't allow the cameras in the locker room, but he purposely, like they were talking about that, he purposely said, "Hey, I want you guys to come in," because he wanted that. He wanted all that press and everything because
He wanted the
I
moment
wanted to get
rolling.
my guys going.
Fired
He
up.
did because they
Yeah.
came out.
And
That's
whooped
what.
on
Yeah,
them
we got to get in
boys.
that locker room. You're not going.
As of right now, no.
As
of
of
right now.
so there's a chance.
There's a chance we get him out there.
Yeah.
Bro, you got to go. It's gonna be an insane
I know
game.
it's the biggest game probably ever in Eugene, and I might be missing it.
And it's like a blackout.
I know.
Oh, they wearing all black uniforms.
Yeah, bro.
Those are the
That's what I'm
cleanest.
saying.
That's gonna be nasty.
That's gonna be crazy.
Gosh.
Wyndham, we appreciate you, bro.
Let's give him a
That was
round
our
of
guest,
applause.
our first guest picker on the locker room, Wyndham Clark.
Do I exit now?
Dude, how about Wyndham just walking in the
I
bus,
know.
hanging out with?
Just sitting
Shout out
back
Rob
there.
Muji.
Yeah,
Shout out
to
Rob
boy Rob
Muji.
Rob
Shout out
Muji.
planes having cracks in their windshield. Otherwise, you guys wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Don't shout that out. That's fucking scary.
What do you mean? They fixed it. That's why they
I'm
didn't let them on
glad
the
they're
plane.
here, but damn. Shout out
You
the
always
cracks.
skeptical, D.
Yeah, man, that shit, if you put it in the air, it's scary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm
You
not a guy.
gotta get scared flying.
Never. Why? Because I'm black.
Oh God, here.
Here we go. No, if
I had
we
to
were,
give it back to
The
you.
locker
yeah,
room
if we were
fully
talking about
heightened.
swimming, it would be because of that. But no,
I
I'm
can
talking about
swim,
flying.
too.
Tier
I'm-
talk.
I can swim.
Tier talk. For those of you that are new to this show, Tier 1 is going to be teams ranked between 1 and 10. You select a game. Tier 2, teams ranked from 11 to 25. And our Tier 3 is you pick a team ranked outside the top 25. Boys, who wants to kick it off?
I'll go first, mate.
Go ahead, Delaney.
So my tier 1 is Penn State versus USC. I'm going to take Penn State on that one.
What's the line?
-5.
Penn State's favorite -5.
Yes. Favorite.
Great
-5. Tier 2, Stanford versus Notre Dame. -24 points. I'm going to take the under 45.5 that game.
Okay. So you got a reason? You just feeling like this is an under game?
This gonna be an under game.
Got you.
I think Stanford not gonna put up a lot of points. Notre Dame gonna be putting the most points up. So
I like that thought.
yeah. So at the end
Do
of
the
day,
math. It's under.
under for sure. Then I got my tier 3, Wisconsin versus Rutgers. I'm going
What's the points on that? Like, what's the spread?
-2.5.
Favored Wisconsin?
No, Rutgers.
Where are you going?
Who you think I'm going with?
Probably Wisconsin.
You got me fucked up.
You going Rutgers?
Yeah.
I didn't know you was a Rutgers fan.
I'm taking Rutgers, man. I mess with those dogs. You know what I'm saying? My boy, the twins, Jason McCourty and all them boys. I
Yeah.
mess with them.
You gotta
Kenny
hold it down.
Britt. Gotta
Yeah.
hold it down for my dogs. You feel me?
Yeah.
So,
All
real
right.
New Yorkish.
All right. So you like Rutgers -2 for your tier 3.
-2.5, yeah.
Okay. Taylor?
We commenting on that?
You don't have to.
Okay, then I won't. My tier talk is the same theme as last week. It's a GBOT. It's a pray to God these teams that lost, whoever they're playing next, pray for them because they are going to absolutely murder them. And I hate that I'm doing this again. My tier 1, South Carolina versus Alabama.
Wait.
Damn.
Wait.
Alabama is favored -21. Dog, we talked about it. I told you last week I wanted South Carolina to win. And I literally, when I texted JP, I was like, hey, man, after the game, I was like, that sucks. I'm sorry. You guys will be back next week. Who do you play next week? He just texts back Alabama. I'm just like, oh, no. They're going to cover, unfortunately.
Wait, what's the
damn.
South
spread?
Carolina's offense couldn't get rolling.
Look,
Yo,
they might.
What's the
spread
spread?
here?
21.
21?
They might cover it, but everybody's talking about a pissed off Alabama. What about a pissed off South Carolina, bro? Nobody ever talks about that.
No, you're right.
And maybe
No
there's
one-
a reason they don't talk about it like that, but maybe this week there will be a reason. And I pray to God.
If you're
because I don't
Alabama
know
and
if I
you
keep
lose to
doing this.
Vanderbilt for basically the first time, it says like what, the 84?
Yeah.
Was it
Yeah,
84?
I think so.
Vanderbilt was 0-60 versus top 5 teams, and they put a 40 burger on Alabama. UC 13 kick the ball when they're in victory formation. Like, DeBoer walks into his office and a chair spins around and it's Nick Saban with a cigar flicking a light on. Like, what the fuck did you do to my team?
Yeah, that was crazy.
It is. I would have prayed for any team, and unfortunately, I have to pray for your team one more time, JP.
It's all good.
Alabama.
Common theme.
It was epic.
21. My next pick is
Damn.
Missouri, -27.5 against UMass. This might have been a typo on the DraftKings sport.
27?
They're at UMass.
They're going to beat their ass.
They're going to beat their ass. That isn't that crazy? Wow, they're
27 too?
Missouri is going to UMass.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then finally, shout out Christopher. I'm taking Cal +3 versus Pittsburgh. Cal had a great game against Miami, lost it towards the end, but they
You
bounced
say you
back this
taking
week.
Cal?
Cal.
against
I'm taking
Pittsburgh?
Cal as well. Shout out to boy Christopher. Talked to him on the phone yesterday. We were on a Zoom call. Don't know him. He said, hey, Cal +3 this week. I like Cal to win that game.
It's all you need
and,
to
and
hear.
Just from a gambling perspective, I'm like, all right, listen, I'm going to trust you. I'm going to ride that. That's going to be my ballsy pick in the future. My tier 1 is going back to Ole Miss LSU. I think everything says Ole Miss wins this game. The points being -3.5 is a little suspect to me. I hate the spot Ole Miss is in. You lose to Kentucky.
Yeah, I know.
South Carolina gave them everything last week. They beat South Carolina. They're at South Carolina. Now they're on the road again at LSU. LSU's coming off of a bye week. And since USC, they've been throwing points all over the place at LSU. And again, you were alluding to it earlier. Like, they're at home. We've been to that spot last year. Like, they're going to be rocking. They're going to be
Death
rocking.
Valley.
Yeah, with Ole Miss coming to town, bro.
Yeah.
I like LSU. I like LSU against Ole Miss. I do. I think everything says, hey, Ole Miss, they're going to win this game. They're going to get back on track. I think LSU can kind of ruin their season, end their season by giving them another loss. I like LSU for my tier 1. My tier 2, I think it goes to Avery Johnson versus Deion Sanders. Kansas State versus Colorado. Kansas State's favored by 4 right now. Colorado had a big win against UCF. And
Big win.
yeah, big win. Looked real good too. They protected Shadur, and
Double-digit
obviously
underdogs.
he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country when he's protected. But I think coming off of a bye week, having a big win, Kansas State, their only real lapse was BYU, which I can't really explain that game at all. But I like Avery Johnson. I think that they win and cover -4 at Colorado. And then my tier 3, I'm going at the big dog's neck this week. I think, Vandy, you have a historical win like that against Alabama. They're riding high. He said it. He was at the Barstool Nashville bar after the game. They got goalposts going into the river. Like, you have such a high moment. I think Kentucky's a good football team. Kentucky's favored by 13.5. I think they cover that against Vandy. So I'll be going against Vandy just because, again, you have the biggest win in program history. They're all riding high from it. They're all still talking about that win. They're probably not even focused on Kentucky at all. I like Kentucky here to cover minus 13.5.
You think so, eh?
Yeah.
Diego Pavia.
I love him.
I mean,
Love him.
Vanderbilt might be the team to beat in the SEC.
Partial Scully to Nebraska for wrestling. Pavia.
A partial.
So I like him, but I think just on the spot here, I like Kentucky, and it's at Kentucky, correct?
Yeah.
Kentucky.
It's at Kentucky.
On the road.
I love it.
Good picks.
I love it. Ballsy
You like
pick.
those?
Oh, we gotta do a little.
Yeah.
I'll do it,
Come
I'll
on
do it,
now.
I'll do this
Yeah,
one,
we got Fireball now. Let's get
Fireball.
it heat in here.
Keep it juiced up. So many things make football great. But you know what the best thing is? Kicking the living. Is this the one? Same one?
5. That's correct.
That's
Okay,
the right
kicking
one.
the living shit out of your rival. There's absolutely no better feeling as a athlete or fan. This week, Ohio State, Oregon, Big Ten matchup. That's what we have this
Massive
week.
Big Ten
And
matchup.
Fireball Whiskey is here to give you the spark to ignite that rivalry all season long. Grab a football buddy, buy a round, and ignite your rivalry flame. We've already gone to it at length. My ballsy pick is fueled by hate and Fireball. I'm taking Oregon money line versus Ohio State. I don't want Oregon just to win this game. I want Oregon to win this game by 30 points. I don't know how that happens, but I'm praying the Ducks have a decisive, aggressive win against Ohio State, only to drop it in a couple weeks against Michigan.
My ballsy pick's going to be Cal, and literally for absolute no other reason than Christopher yesterday on the Zoom call.
Shout out
He's in the
Christopher.
trenches. He watches the MAC games. He watches the lower level schools. He loves Cal in this spot, especially after a tough loss last week at home against Miami. Very questionable call there at the end with the referees. So I'm going to go Cal over at Pittsburgh money line.
My
The game, the
ballsy
spread 2 is 3, by the way.
spread is what?
The spread's 3, so
Three.
not a big one.
My ballsy pick is gonna be prime time. Prime motherfucking time. They gotta come out, show up. Colorado, man, plus money line, plus 145. They gonna get it done. I see them beating Kansas State and
Dude,
Colorado.
I was going to say, they beat Kansas State, bro. Like, they're going to be a team rising to the top, becoming like a contender or a favorite for the Big 12. Because right now they're 4-1.
Yeah,
Their one loss, Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Huskers.
The Huskers.
Huskers.
Which
Which
that's
makes the
tough.
Huskers look better every
Yeah,
week.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Because after watching Colorado and Lincoln, I thought this team's going to lose
Me
every
too.
game.
I
They're
did
terrible.
too. But I'm back on the drain. I'm back on the choo-choo.
Yeah, that'll be a good game.
So,
You got all these awesome games going on with LSU, Ole Miss, the Red River rivalry, Oregon, Ohio State. I think that a sleeper game this week is Kansas State, Colorado.
Yeah, that's a
A
sleeper.
lot of
game.
implications in the Big 12.
But
with
it's
that
probably
game.
gonna be more celebrities at that game than any other game.
I don't know. We're going to be at Oregon.
Who are you?
Wyndham's going to be at Oregon
Google
too.
me. You Google me,
Google
son.
you. Yeah, Google.
Google me.
All right, dive into rapid fire.
Coop.
Our boy Coop.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
All right, first we got Clemson -20 versus Wake Forest, over under 60.5.
Under.
Give me Clemson minus 20.
Under.
Next, we got Purdue versus Illinois. Illinois is minus 19. Over/under is 49.
Purdue.
Yeah, I don't think Illinois is built to cover 19. I'm going Purdue.
I'm taking Purdue as well to cover.
Well, you just coattail. You go first. Let Delaney go
Who
first. on this one.
coattailing? You
Coattailing.
All right, Delaney, you're first on this one. We got Louisville minus 7 versus Virginia. Over/under 54.5.
under.
Louisville minus 7.
Louisville minus 7. Sorry, I was looking at the next one.
Delaney, you can start this one as
Yep.
well. We got Arizona versus BYU. BYU is minus 5. Over/under is 49.5.
BYU.
Big over game. Over 49.5.
Shout out Mark Weiszczak, Arizona.
And next, we got the Mississippi State Bulldogs versus the Georgia Bulldogs. Georgia's minus 34. Over/under 54.
Jesus Christ.
Under.
Pass.
Georgia.
All right, I'll go under 54. Under 54. Jesus.
That's crazy.
And last, we got Minnesota minus 5 versus UCLA. Over/under 40.5.
Minnesota.
Minnesota plus 5. Fleck Bank.
Minus
Minnesota,
5.
you're giving them 10 points.
Minus 5.
Talking about.
They're minus 5.
Yeah, what'd I say?
Plus 5.
My fault. Fleck Bank.
Minnesota. All right.
That's the last one.
That's it.
Yeah, cool. Good
job,
job,
Cool.
Nice. Fan calling.
Yes, fan call-in brought to us by the one and only True Classic. This call-in segment is sponsored by True Classic. Look at all the boys. Everything that you see on us outside of the holy jeans right there is True Classic. I got jeans on. Taylor, stand up. Show them the squat. Show them how limber you are in these pants and these jeans. You can already see how great you look in a True Classic shirt. Delaney, he lost 30 pounds in just 1 week just from putting on True Classic. The True Classic team is sending out codes to hook you up with True Classic, so be sure to give them a shout out in our comments here and on our socials using the hashtag True Classic Caller for a chance to win. Upgrade your wardrobe and save on True Classic at trueclassic.com. This fan call-in segment is Elliot Green. The boy Elliot Green, a fan of the show, a friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
And again, if you guys want a chance to be featured on this show with a fan call-in segment, all you got to do, take a selfie video of yourself with your favorite parlay of the weekend. It can be college or NFL. You submit that video to info@bussinwtb.com. That is how you have a chance to be featured on the show. And let's get into the fan call-in segment by Elliot Green.
I'm Elliot, and here are the bets of the week. We're going to start this off with Bills minus 2.5. That's minus 110 against the Jets. Josh Allen rebound game, hoping to get back Taron Johnson, Ed Oliver, and Khalil Shakir. We're going to take things over to Dallas, but we are not taking the Cowboys. We are going Lions, minus 165. Cowboys D-line looking a little banged up, might not have Micah Parsons. Just lost Marshawn Nealon, rookie out of Western Michigan. We are rolling with the Detroit Lions. We're going to kick things over to New Orleans, but we're not taking the Saints. We're going Bucks, minus 3.5. That is also minus 110. No Derek Carr. Is it going to be Jake Haener? Is it going to be the GOAT, Spencer Rattler? We will find out. Either way, they're going to lose. Buccaneers, minus 3.5. That takes us to plus 485, but we are not done yet. The one we've all been waiting for. The lock of all locks. The parlay fodder. We are going to kick it over to the Nations League, and we are taking Turkey against Montenegro. Got to be careful saying that one. Turkey is minus 265. That takes us up to 706. Turkey, Arda Güler, Real Madrid, Demiral holding up the back. Montenegro, got to be careful saying that. Stefan Jovetic is getting a little old. He's 34, 35. They've got no juice in the tank. Turkey, best fans in the world. That is $1,000 to win $7,062 with my free money parlay.
All right,
Yo,
all
that
right.
is crazy.
Yo, that was
you can add
insane.
soccer now, too.
to the show.
Yeah, football.
It's actually football. You're right.
Actual football.
It's football. But it was,
I do have to say, I love the parlay. I love that parlay. Bills minus 2.5 versus Jets. Lions money line. Bucks minus 3.5. And then obviously we're just betting that Elliot understands the game of football over there in the Nations League.
yes.
With Turkey money line, all that added up is what, plus 7? Plus 706? We could have our first Call of Fame winner.
Could have our
Because
first Call
I
of Fame
really
winner.
like that parlay.
Yeah,
I
the
like
only,
it.
too. I
the only
like
thing
it.
I don't like is Bills and Jets game because I'm taking the Jets.
He's
Yeah.
taking the Jets.
So
yeah.
I'm out. For that reason, I'm out.
Hey, Elliot, I'll put 1,000 on that. I'll put 1,000 on that, and then I'll give you a cut.
I got you too, buddy.
How much you put on it?
I'm
Do
a bet.
2,000,
I'm
dude.
a
One up
bet
Will.
what I
One up
bet.
Will.
I don't like to tell people what I bet. I
Why
don't
not
want
just
y'all in
ride
my
around? Why
pockets.
not
I'm a
just
ride with it, but I'm not
do
going.
1,000?
Sure,
Let's do
man.
1,000.
Sure, yeah.
2001.
1,000 from the good old Bussin' With The Boys check. Let's go.
Solid on the fan calling segments.
That's
Yeah.
it?
That's it.
We're good?
Shout out Elliot Green for calling in on the fan segment. Hey, boys, let's fucking win them all.
Let's do
win
it.
them all this
I
week.
have to.
Big week. GBOT week for all of us.
GBOT week.
I gotta
Awesome
catch
week in
up.
college ball. Awesome week in the NFL. Yeah. If you love the show, don't forget to comment, subscribe, tell your friends, pass it around. We need people helping people here. Grassroots show. Thank you for watching The Locker Room. NFL, college, the boys, Taylor, myself, and Delanie Walker. We will see you next week again, Thursday, every Thursday at 6 a.m. Big hugs, tiny kisses, embrace the spook.